So far, on our journey out, we've established the foundation of walking with Jesus and bringing His presence to people wherever we go through the presence path. We also considered how we can be more intentional in nurturing the relationships we already have, using our 8 to 15 list, which is a great tool for helping us more intentionally pray for them regularly by name and look for unique opportunities to connect with them through prayer, provision, and proclamation. The 8 to 15 list consisted of 5 steps, the last which is the subject of this video. Prepare to demonstrate and share your faith in Christ. As we think about the opportunities God may give us to proclaim the good news, we'll be learning 2 simple tools to help us prepare. The first one is the Sharing Your Story Worksheet. The second tool is the ABCs of the Gospel. The purpose of the Sharing Your Story Worksheet is to give us a way to put together a simple story about how we came to know Christ so that we're ready when we connect with someone whose heart God has opened. In today's culture, almost everyone, even non-believers, are interested in other people's spiritual experiences, and nothing is as powerful as the impact God has made in your own life. Remember, when you invite someone to consider the good news, you're inviting them into a relationship with the living God. Clearly communicating your story of how God has worked in your life and the difference He makes is a way of explaining how Christianity is a relationship, not a religion. Our salvation story is one of the most exciting things we have to share. While some of us may have become Christians as children and therefore don't remember a lot of the details, we can share God's faithfulness and key in on a specific time when we really committed our whole selves to Him. The Sharing Your Story Worksheet can help us formulate how to share these things in a meaningful way. The worksheet consists of 3 simple questions, but before you begin, consider the details of your own salvation in order to decide how you might frame your story. If you can't recall a lot of details, for example, perhaps you can think of another time as a teenager or a young adult when your faith became real to you. Of course, many of you trusted Christ for the first time as an adult and can easily remember how it happened. Either way, you can use this worksheet to formulate the story of how your personal spiritual journey with Christ has led you. The first question addresses some need that you faced that caused you to turn to Christ, either for the first time for salvation or in some subsequent time when you renewed your commitment to Christ. What caused you to see that you had a need for Jesus Christ or to turn your life over to Him? What was going on at the time? Was it an event, a crisis, or a Christ follower's life example? What were the unique circumstances? Giving personal details often enables the person to connect with you. Your experience may be similar to theirs, but even if it isn't, God can use it to reveal a need to your friend. The second question addresses how God intervened in your life by speaking to you, ministering to you, touching your life, providing answers, or sending someone to help. Begin by considering this question: how did you receive Christ? What were the circumstances? What was your spiritual background growing up? Who did God use? Where did you actually pray to give your life to Christ? When was that? With whom did you pray? If you don't remember these details, you might consider, how did God meet you at your point of need? What took place? What has been the impact in your life or relationships? What were the circumstances that opened the door for God to draw you to Himself? Again, the purpose of these questions is to provide a context and something with which the person may be able to connect. The third question points to what it means to have a relationship with God or to grow deeper in your faith through life events. What difference does Jesus make in your life? What are 1 or 2 critical ways that Jesus has changed your life since you first trusted in Him? If you became a Christian as a child and are sharing about a subsequent commitment, consider, how have things changed since you really gave your life to Christ? How has it affected the way you live? These kinds of questions are important to show how relevant your personal relationship with God is. After answering each question, go back and try to tie your answers together, thinking about how you might be able to share the story with a non-believer. Come to your next meeting prepared to share your story with your UIO group. You will work together to fine-tune your stories as you practice sharing them. Then, over the next few weeks, look for open doors where you might be able to share this story with someone who doesn't know Christ. Preparing in this way will give you confidence and excitement as you seek to reach out to others. The encouraging thing is that God oftentimes uses the simplicity of how He has uniquely worked in your life, your story, to create greater interest in the gospel message, which is God's story. We will learn more about that later, but for now, as we continue on the presence path through prayer, provision, and proclamation, and nurture the relationships on our 8 to 15 list, we can eagerly anticipate getting to share our story at the right time, in the right place, and with the people whose hearts God has prepared.